you're like me, it's hard to say no to anything at the dining table at Christmas lunch. It's even harder to say no to second helpings. One of the problems with that kind of indulgence is bloating after eating, which can go on for several hours or days. In this video, I talk about how this happens and share some tips to help you quickly get over the bloat and get back into your celebration. Hi, I'm Dr. Sylvia, a general practitioner and health educator with AskAwayHealth. Join me every week for videos full of health information teaching you all about your bodies and helping you live well. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so you know whenever our new videos are published. Bloating or feeling excessively full in the abdomen can have several causes. For example, irritable bowel syndrome, celiac or Crohn's disease, to name a few. But even if you don't have these conditions, being constipated or having food intolerances can contribute to bloating. And of course, commonly bloating can happen after you've stuffed your face, as my daughter likes to call it. So if you've eaten a large quantity of food in a very short time, here are some of the symptoms that you might develop. Your belly feels full and tight. It quickly looks very swollen. You get quite bad cramps in your tummy or belly. You experience belching and farting a lot. Now, some of you might ask, is bloating after meals normal? And I'm so glad you did, because mild bloating after your normal meal time is perfectly normal. It shouldn't cause pain or nausea or cramps, and it's part of your normal digestive process. Let's look at how it happens. Mild bloating happens when the bowels get filled with digestive gas. The gas comes from the breakdown of the food that you've eaten, which quickly fills the stomach and the bowels. As your stomach and bowel muscles work digested food through your passages, it also pushes gas through the system so that after some time, the bloating will settle. Another reason you can get bloated is if you eat very fast, so that you swallow air with your food. Babies do this a lot, and sometimes this is why they might end up with bowel colic. It can often take up to 20 to 30 minutes from eating before your brain realizes that it's full. What this means is that you can rush a meal and eat so much and so quickly that you get very bloated before your brain realizes that it's full. So let's look at some types of festival foods that are most notorious for causing bloating. First, some types of foods are just gassy. A good example is beans, which are a great source of protein and fiber, but they also contain a special product called raffinose, which turns into gas when it is broken down by bacteria digesting it in your body. You might not eat too much beans during the holidays, but cabbages, Brussels sprouts and broccoli also contain raffinose, which is why you can feel particularly bloated after eating Christmas Day salads and other goodies. Next, salt in most of the foods that we eat makes us retain water, and that causes bloating. In addition, meals that are rich with so many carbohydrates can make you retain water, particularly when you've eaten them in a short period of time. High-fat foods take a longer time for our bodies to digest. The longer the food is in our bowels, the more likely it is to cause bloating. What about drinks, soda, fizzy drinks? Swallowing the bubbles in champagne, beer, soda fills your bowels up with gas, and you remain bloated until your body passes them out of the system. Have you heard of certain types of foods known as FODMAPs, which can cause bloating, pain and cramps? These are carbohydrates digested near the end of the intestine, where the bacteria fermenting them in that area create gas as part of the byproducts of digestion. FODMAPs can include healthy carbs, vegetables, fruits, whole grains and dairy. Examples are asparagus, garlic, pears, mangoes, peaches, wheat, pasta and rye bread. If you've been experiencing bloating symptoms for a period of time, one of the useful things to do is to keep a food diary and make note of the types of food or meals you have every time you experience bloating. And a big one, sugars also make you hold on to water, causing bloating. Suppose you have trouble digesting lactose, the milk sugar that's found in dairy products. In that case, eating food prepared with dairy, Christmas cake and cookies, chocolate and ice cream can cause bloating, gas with cramps and pain. Fructose is another sugar that many of us find difficult to digest. It is found naturally in many foods like dried fruit, Christmas cake, honey, glucose, and garlic, so eating them can lead to bloating. Lactose in dairy and fructose in fruits are also FODMAPs, which you've already said can cause bloating in lots of people. Ladies, other non-food causes are premenstrual syndrome PMS or being on your period around the time of the festivities. Your hormones during this time in particular make you more likely to hold on to water, so it's really important that you are aware of this and be careful about eating the wrong type of food like high sugar, fats and carbs. So if you've indulged yourself and you're struggling with an uncomfortable tummy with lots of gas, cramps and pain, try some of these suggestions that can quickly get your system back to normal. Fennel seeds or tea are some of the best natural remedies to help bloating. We think they have anti-spasmodic properties that will help with pain while getting rid of excess gas from your tummy. After a big meal, you can chew on fennel seeds or make some fennel tea with a teaspoon of fennel seeds added to a cup of boiling water taken twice a day. Mint sweets, peppermint oil and peppermint tea. Peppermint oil helps relax your bowel muscles, allowing food to pass through smoothly and calms flatulence quickly. You can chew on some fresh peppermint leaves after your meal if you have these available. Alternatively, make yourself a cup of peppermint tea by steeping a peppermint tea bag in a cup of boiling water for a few minutes. Taking these 2 or 3 times a day can quickly dispel bloating symptoms. Ginger is another herb that helps relieve gas and bloating. We think it helps to relax the bowel muscles and has anti-inflammatory properties. Make ginger tea by adding 5 or 6 thin slices of fresh ginger to a cup of boiling water. Allow this to brew for about 10 minutes and add honey or lemon to taste. Other herbs like chamomile, caraway seeds, anise and dandelion can be helpful in your digestion and for relieving bloating. Try probiotics. They may help in some people. Although studies are not conclusive, taking these in their natural form or as capsules may help to reset the healthy gut bacteria, which may aid bloating in some of us. This one is a personal favorite for me: light exercise a short while after a heavy meal. One study in 94 people found that taking a 10 to 15 minute walk after a heavy meal helped improve bloating symptoms even better than taking medication. Now, suppose you haven't got any of these herbs I mentioned earlier. In that case, with a quick stop at most chemists and grocery stores, you can find medicines like Andrew's liver salt, milk of magnesia, Buscopan, Gaviscon and similar medicines that can help relieve bloating. Please always read the leaflets for these medicines before taking them to ensure they are suitable for you, particularly if you're pregnant or taking other medication at the same time. Don't forget to like this video and do let me know in the comment section if you found these tips helpful. Plus, if you've got any suggestions or other tips that have helped you after a period of indulgence with bloating, do let me know as well. I hope you all have safe, healthy celebrations and wish you a happy new year.